In this video, we're going to go about reprogramming a new MC for the Gen 3 or Intelligent Life control system. So this situation here, one of my customers has had a zone motor port fail. So they're not able to drive open or drive close one of the zone motors. So what we're going to do is program up a new control board, a new MC or master control board with the information they've given me. So there's a couple of factors, a couple of items that we need to know on how before we can go through and program up a system. So we need to know how many zones you've got, what is the system ID number of your system that's currently installed, what is the pressure set point that the system's set up to? It'll be to show in pascals. Then in sequential order, we need to know the number of the name of the zones. Say, for example, you've got 8 zones. We need to know 1 through to 8, the names of the zones, what size the rooms are, and whether or not they're a design zone. Now, I'll go through and I'll show you how to find this information after we've set up this new controller. So I'm just going to go through, just to give you a quick run through how we go through and set up a new controller, a new control board. So we're going to configure a new system. So in here we can set some parameters for what we want the second stage supply temperatures to be before it starts. We have continuous or intermittent fan operation in heating and cool mode. From here, we were going through and install the customer's ID number. They've got 8 zones. We're going through, they're all wired RF wall sensors. And so we go through and give them the customer's details, or the zone details. All right, so we've gone through, we've now named all the 8 zones. They're all RF wall sensors installed into them, and we've set up, we've given the physical room size to the system. This is 14 meters squared in this room, and it's part of the design zone calculations of the system. The design zone button means that if you turn on more than the desired or preset design zone space, it will come up a warning on the touch panel that warning too many zones may open, may not reach temperature would be a warning that comes up on the touch panel. We move on to the next one. So we set up pressure, set for 30. The customer's got a PA of 30 on their system. So we don't. You can have options for fresh air, which is you can source from outside, or a source from in the roof. None of that applies for this job. And we're transferring the data through the dongle across to the main board. So you can see now, total area is 204 square meters. They have all zones are design zones according to the information given. It is the system address is there. The pressure sensor module is set for 30 PA. We got all the zones named up here, and so from there we'll go into on this laptop interface. We can see what the system is doing, look at the controls, look at what data is coming back out of the system. So We at Aircon Solutions, we have the ability to be able to log into the Gen 3, not only just to program them, but to be able to check them for status and check for faults and so forth on site in Victoria. We're happy to program systems up for you. If you need MCs programmed, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you in your situation, be it adding zones to your system, taking zones away, or just programming up a whole new board for you. So now that this is all done, we'll talk you through on the touch panel how to go about collecting this data from the touch panel. So whenever you do a reset on the system on Gen 3, it's always going to go through the stages. Quite often, if there's an issue with the system, you'll get stuck on selecting communications. This is as we're going through, establishing all the ticks. Now we've come to the main screen. Then on the main screen, there's two different versions of panels. One is this style here, and another one is a slightly darker. The whole thing is black, and it may even say intelligent life on it. But for this example, we'll show you how to get in the back screen. There is a video on our YouTube page to how to get into both styles of screens, so I invite you to have a look at that. If your touch panel does not look like this, it'll show you how to get into the back screen. So we go into the back screen, we touch the control panel button, and then we go system button 4 times until it's access denied, then pushing down here in the corner of the screen. And in the back of the screen here, we can see all the data of the system. We can see what the pressure set point is, which is 30, the system ID, and so forth. My recommendation, if you want us to do an update or change configurations on your control box or program up a new one, is to take pictures of each of these pages. We want to take a picture of this system page. Then we go into the different zones. So in here, we can actually see what is the zone name, how many square meters are set into the system, whether it's the design zone or not, and then the minimum maximum damper positions. So we can see where that's at. So it's just a case of going through all the different pages and just taking a photo of each page and just sending us all that information, and we'll be more than happy to help you set up a new control box. So again, the main things we need to know if we're programming up a box for you is how many zones you got, the names of the zones. That is the first critical two pieces of information. From there, if you don't have anything else, then we can work from there. Thank you for watching. We invite you to follow us and also check out our online stores.